Oh, he's sick, dude. Oh, I'm still sick. I don't know how it happened. Every day this past week, I keep thinking like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to wake up good. And he's still down for the count. He's still down for the count. Diosa, what up? Okay. Now look. 49ers lost, dude. And I got tea. Okay, now it's green tea. I don't really like green tea, and it has caffeine. I don't really want to have caffeine, but it's the only tea I have right now. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description if anybody makes tea and would like to partner up. Now look, dude. Is he hurt? Yeah. Is he happy about the playoff picture? No. There's literally no teams I want to see win left. You know what I mean? Now I do, and my hair looks ridiculous, dude. As always, dude. Just a ugly jerk on YouTube, dude. Look, I like the Patriots. I do, but I do not want the Patriots to win another Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And the Broncos, I've always hated the Broncos. The only time I've not even liked them, but I put up with them was when Peyton Manning was there because I like Peyton Manning. But I do like Bo Nix, and now he's out. So, you know, we're going to talk about NFL. And look at my eyes, dude. I've been coughing. Dude, the last 5 hours watching football, I've been just trying to stop coughing. I've been putting everything into me to try to stop coughing for this live stream, okay? Anesthetic or whatever, what's it called? Anesthetic? Yeah, anesthetic. Cough drops, dude. Cough medicine. Tylenol, cold and flu. Everything, and I can't stop coughing. This right now is the longest I haven't coughed in 2 days, okay? So, I apologize. This live stream is going to suck. This might be the worst live stream. I've done some stinkers too. I've done some real stinkers, and this might be right up there with it. Okay? So just don't have high hopes for whatever goes on here, whatever transpires, okay? Rooting for the Rams now. Yeah, honestly I'd probably lean Rams just cuz their fans are confused. So, you know, not a lot of them know what to do, and I think Seahawks fans are more of a united coalition of annoyance. I don't know. I'm probably leaning towards the Pats because like they already got us beat on the Super Bowl total, so whatever at this point. I like Vrabel. I like Drake May, so whatever, dude. You know. Birmingham, Alabama. What up, Derek? Josie, what up? It's baseball season. Close. Get some Theraflu. Yeah, I meant to get Theraflu, and I forgot. It's almost time for soccer season. Caught the choking virus from Buffalo. It's been a long week of just being sick, dude. You know, not having a good time. Straight up not having a good time. Alright. I already put some TikToks out kind of talking about this, but with the 49ers season the way it went, with all the injuries and whatnot, and this is not an excuse, that's just reality. I hate when people are like, oh, excuses, like, what are you talking about, dude? All our superstar potential Hall of Famers got hurt this year. Every single one. All the good players we got hurt at some point. You know what I mean? And most of them were horrific and missed a lot of time or the whole season. So, and our number one receiver was out and then decided that he wasn't even going to attempt to come back or anything. And then now he's gone, right? So I felt we overachieved, but I also had some hope because we made a good run. The team really just like You know, it was like a nice little underdog story. And not only that, but I really felt like this season of the NFL, there was no powerhouse teams. I felt like it was wide open. And the teams with the great records, I still have a tough time believing in them fully as like those teams. Reminds me kind of like the Thunder in the NBA. Like they're very good. They won last year finally. All this, but I don't rank them super high on all-time lists. And that's because I think the NFL this season and the NBA right now, there's not a lot of good foundational teams. So I felt like, you know, we have a chance to have some fun, okay? Now, man, I didn't really think we'd go far. But here's the thing. We beat Philly, right? On the road. So I was like, all right, whatever happens from here on out is cake. Like, at least we didn't embarrass ourselves. And you know, we fell one foe, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. And here's the thing. They embarrassed us the last game. It's not easy to beat a divisional rival multiple times, let alone dominate them multiple times. So I really thought even if we didn't win, we'd put up a good fight and it would be a good game. And it just wasn't, you know? They just had our number. And Seahawks, they're a really good team. They really are. They're legit. That's all I can say. You know, I can't hate on them. Obviously, as a fan, I want to hate on them, but like football wise, you guys know I'm not a cheerleader fan. I root for my team and whatnot, but I can also just discuss without being like I'm cheerleading. And the Seahawks were a damn good team. Their defense is just very impressive. And that's annoying that they were able to build that so quickly, you know? Like post Pete Carroll. I really thought they were going to really enter long dark ages, and somehow they just bounce right back. And that gets to me. Did you get tickets to the Super Bowl? No, I did not. I'm not mad at the 49ers. We were playing with house money. But I'm definitely disappointed. Yeah, look, I would have been... It's the fact that they cleaned our clock. That's what sucks. Like, if we would have put up a good fight and, you know... It was a close game or something. That's what I expected, honestly. I was like, I don't know if we'll get past Seattle, but I think we're going to put up a good fight and be able to hold our heads high. And that didn't really happen, you know, that game. So that sucks. It's a shame the players didn't show up against Seattle, yeah. Who do you think will win the Super Bowl? I don't know, man. Like I said, this year is so hard to predict. I don't really fully believe in any of the teams. I was hoping, you know, I was like, at least if the 49ers lose, I at least wanted the Bills to make a push since I just went to Buffalo and, you know, they haven't won it. And they haven't won since they were in the AFL. And it's like, it would have been fun to, you know, root for them. But they got eliminated before us. And then, to make that worse, right after they get eliminated, the Broncos announce that Bo Nix is out for the rest of the way. And it's like, what are you doing, Broncos? Let the Bills win. Should have just let the Bills win, because now none of us get to have fun, dude. What were you thinking? You know? Dude, they should have... As soon as on the sidelines, Bo Nix was like, something's wrong. It really hurts, or whatever happened. He goes to the tent. The Broncos should have just, like, hiked the ball and handed it to the Bills and just, like, just go score. Just go score. It's all right. We're done. You know? That's what I'm pissed about. Game was unwatchable, and I didn't want to view any of that. Yeah. We big time embarrass ourselves. We'll get them back once our Warriors get healthy again. I sure hope so. What up, Ruben? Brotherhood show by Seattle speaks leaps and bounds on what SF has. They put it together very well. Just started my job in Buffalo. I don't know how you survived. Survived what? The cold or what? I don't mind the cold. Cold didn't really bother me. Like if I just bundled up and I was good, you know. Dave from Elk Grove is here. Talk to my lawyers. You're having tea too? I'm having tea. Or are you saying that's what I'm saying? And Dave, we're gonna set up a call-in show. Just I want to feel better because I've been down for the count. I even took an extra day off work this week. Didn't call out. I just had a day off I had to take. And yeah, every day I just woke up like I'm still sick. What is going on, dude? Like, what's the deal here? You know, talk to my lawyers, dude. I don't get it. I don't get how I can just be sick for this long, dude. I guess I'm getting old. I guess that's what it is. I don't have that young immune system anymore, you know? Don't have the young immune system, dude. It's over for me. It's over for me. It's all downhill from here, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Look, it's weird because I'm like so proud of the 49ers for what they did up until yesterday, you know? Like, why'd we go out like that? Like, if we could have just put up a fight, dude, I would have been fine. I would have been like, you know, it sucks, but the football gods were not on our side. And then instead, we just get embarrassed. And it's just like, every year, it's like, is the window closed? Is the window closed? And it's just crazy. It's like, every year we have so much hype. And I'm not even just talking about from the fan base. I've talked about this before. Like, what a lot of people don't realize with their sports teams is, like, everybody overrates their own team. Because you follow your team, you follow their Instagram or whatever, so you're inundated with propaganda from your own team. So everybody thinks their team is better than they are, right? Because all they consume is propaganda about, oh, look at this receiver in practice, mini camp, and all that, and they're doing great. You know, just think of the Jets a couple years ago when Aaron Rodgers went there. It was just like all this hype and propaganda, and then they just immediately, you know. But the 49ers have had hype outside of just our fan base the last however many years, like most years. And it's back and forth too, because we didn't know who was going to be our quarterback and all this and that. But it's like, you know, even the experts are like, are the 49ers going to be the team to beat this year? All this stuff. And it's just like, and every year we come up short. And then every year there's another team that nobody's hyping. Like the Seahawks this year. Nobody's really hyping them. Like, yeah, they weren't. I'm not saying people said they sucked, but like nobody was like, oh, the Seahawks are going to, you know, be the number one seed with Sam Darnold, you know. And then they did it. And it's like, part of me is just like, all right, stop talking about the 49ers, dude. Let us just be underdogs then, you know. And I'm not usually I don't like to pull the plug, but I don't know. Do we just pull the plug and rebuild at this point? You know, and I'm not an anti-Shanahan guy. I like Kyle Shanahan. I think we should rock with Kyle Shanahan as long as we can, because it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, we come up short for 10 years and then we fire him, and then he goes to, you know, the Commanders or something, and then, you know, gets them a championship, like Andy Reid with the Eagles, you know? I think when you find a trusted coach, you rock with them. And I think that fans and a lot of GMs and organizations alike, because, you know, a lot of these organizations, the people really calling the shots, they don't really know the sport. They're just rich guys that bought a team, you know? They're just too reactionary, and so they forget that every other team has to lose every year, you know? So it's like, oh, you didn't win it all in 6 years? We got to retool. Like, no, like, just keep trying. Like, Emergency. I think I do have some emergency. The city, there's nothing there. Dude, I loved Buffalo. I absolutely love Buffalo. I love the Rust Belt. Take some cough drops. I do have cough drops. Dude, I've been just pounding medicine all week. Shout out to everyone in chat, including Dylan Sesco. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. Shout out from South Bronx. South Bronx. Thank you, bro. Your history story videos got me hooked a long time ago. Thank you, man. Thank you. Never buy the hype. Just watch what happens on the field, then make a judgment. Yeah, agreed. It's hard because we have social media, Hard Knocks, Fantasy, DraftKings. Yeah. I buy into who is producing. Yeah, that's a better way to do it. Well, all we've done is choke Super Bowls with him. So if he wins with others after leaving us, what does it matter? But this is the thing. It's not easy to find a good coach, and you can find a great coach and still lose. Like, there's too many people involved. Like, unless you can point to systemic problems that these coaches are enacting, I think it's ridiculous to fire a good coach. There's certain coaches you just see, like Chip Kelly. I don't know how he keeps getting a job because he's failed constantly. But Shanahan has overachieved, dealing with all these injuries and just like plugging people in. Now, and I have plenty of criticisms of Shanahan. I do not think he makes all the right decisions. I'm not like that, but there's not a million coaches out there. They're not just falling out of the tree. I believe in finding your coach and sticking with them through thick and thin, if they're doing a good job. Because look, Shanahan's not out there running the routes. He's not out there catching the passes. Everyone has to play their part. He's not wearing the zebra stripes, not calling holding penalties on the Chiefs for the entire playoff run. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, man. Every day I'm like, I'm gonna wake up good. It just doesn't happen. And called a fullback. No, the fullback option was awful. That was awful. I agree. Nah, I think I disagree though. I mean, every coach, there's not a coach out there I don't see bad play calls with. But that's actually one of my main criticisms of Shanahan is sometimes he tries to get too cute with his play calling. And then sometimes he'll just get he'll play not to lose instead of playing to win. But the thing is, he's young. I'd rather him get his growing pains out and figure it out with us than just go get his growing pains out with us and then go to another team and just win. Because that's a very real possibility. I just think the reactionary moves is how you remain a poverty franchise. There's no all the teams that have sustained success, even if they don't win at all, just they're good teams. They almost all have consistency with coaching and at a bunch of different levels. It's always the poverty franchises that make reactionary moves and fire their coach because they didn't get over the hump or whatever. And this is in all sports. Coaches can stick to the game plan, but game plan goes out the window when they score on the first play of the game. Yeah, I mean that obviously that made it worse. And the play to use check, that was an awful play call. I said it in the Discord when it happened in the Discord in the game day chat. I was like, such a stupid play. But maybe he was just frustrated and was like, we got to try something because we were getting nothing. We didn't score any touchdowns the last 2 games we played them. So maybe he's just like, we got to try something. Like, you know, but you can't point to a team that's not a poverty franchise that doesn't just fire their coach all the time, you know. I think it's better to be patient and build than be reactionary. None of these reactionary teams ever win anything. And again, every other team, only one team gets to win a year. So it's not like it's just you can't say everyone's a failure or a loser. You know, when 99% of them have to lose. But I don't know, man. I do. This is the first time in a long time where I'm like, I wouldn't mind us just retooling and pulling the plug on certain things. And I don't want to pull the plug on Shanahan, though. That's not, you know. He doesn't deserve a lifetime contract. That's fine, man. I totally disagree, though. I think Shanahan, to me, he gets the keys to Levi's as long as he wants. What's up, Mark? And it's like the same thing with the Warriors when people want to fire Steve Kerr. And it's like, do you think you're just going to replace a coach that won 4 championships? Like, nah, I don't want to be a poverty franchise, and that's the type of moves they do. But anyways, I don't know. There's a few players, I'm not even gonna say who, but there's a few players I think we should move on from. I'm really just sad about George Kittle because, like, how much time is he gonna miss next season? And by the time he comes back, he's gonna be like 34, 35 years old. That just sucks, dude. That just sucks, you know? Like, not being able to get it done, you know? And, you know, this is the thing we got to remember. It's not just us. Bills fans are feeling the same thing, you know? What about Lynch? Should he be on the hot seat? I think Lynch is on the hot seat before Shanahan, for sure. I don't know, you know, like, we've made too many, like, gambles with certain players. And it's like sometimes it works out. Like with Brock Purdy, it works out. But then other times, it's just like we're just wasting. And this was before John Lynch, we would do this, you know? Like LaMichael James, Jason Verrett. I don't know. It's not like we lost a lot for those gambles, but, like, you know. In the Trey Lance, like, that's one where I was like, why did we do that? Immediately, I never wanted Trey Lance. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good kid, you know, but, like, I didn't want him. And I couldn't believe we traded. What did we trade? 3 picks for him or whatever? I just couldn't believe we did that. I don't know. Our D-line was just miserable this year. I felt like even before Bosa was out, he's still an incredible player, but he just was so slow. I mean, quarterbacks are just outrunning him. If he'd break through and they'd like, you know, scramble out, he couldn't even catch them. It's just like, bro, is he just too big? Is he just juicing too much? You know? And then multiple injuries, like long-term injuries. It's just like, bro, what are we doing here? You know? I don't know, man. I'm just a dude. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing, dude. And that's that. Talk to my lawyers. You guys saw the Caleb Williams throw that everyone's talking about? The luckiest F it, chuck it ever. It was an impressive throw, though. It really was. Like, just falling back, basically, and being able to deliver it. And, you know, I think it was lucky. Like, he definitely, the defender didn't see it. And I guess Komet pushed off. They didn't show, like, any good replays, but that's what people are saying. But it was still impressive. It was definitely a fun play to watch. But it's just funny that under pressure, 4th down, 20 whatever seconds left, or no, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it was 20 something seconds left. Just the craziest pressure situation, and he just was able to make that throw and give his guy a chance at it. And then in OT, just perfect pocket, no pressure, and he just throws it easy interception. Well, no, it wasn't an easy interception, but nobody had a chance at it besides the guy who intercepted it. Made a great catch. But it's just funny. It's like, bro, like you had all the time in the world. All right, keep choking Subros, neglecting the O-line, redshirting fast weapons, not using weapons. I mean, that's fine, dude. You know, whatever. I'm not that negative. It felt like it didn't deserve it and then threw the pick. I think Caleb is just his own biggest fan, you know what I mean? So he just like believes in himself like too much. You know, it was a fun game though. It was a fun game. What else happened, man? Yeah, the Bills Broncos game, that sucked. Texans, it's like the Texans Patriots was like, I feel like the Patriots, I'm not saying they didn't deserve to win at all, but it's just like when a game is that like wet and miserable, it's like it's almost a toss up, it feels like, you know, because CJ could not throw the ball. But you know, yeah, I don't know, man. All the teams I would have been cool with seeing win it all are out, so I don't know what to do. I don't know. Yeah. When Caleb threw the ball, I thought it was going to be out of bounds. What an arm to get into the end zone. Yeah, no, it was a super impressive throw. It was incredibly lucky, but it was also an impressive throw, like athletically. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It was a weird season, man. None of the teams everyone expected to be there at the end are there. You know, like the supposed powerhouse teams of the last, 5 years. The hyped teams, they're all gone. Isn't that crazy? Like us, Buffalo, Bengals, Chiefs, Dolphins, like all these teams that had all this hype and promise. Out of here. Out of here. I was hoping for a doink. I mean, they were so close, but the conditions were pretty bad, so I did not think that kick was a sure thing for sure. Porky Horror, what up? Late for the State of the Union address? State of my sickness address. Tea, everybody, not sponsored by the Canby. Sports is, I'm just in a weird place with sports in general, where it's like, I'm trying to just enjoy it for what it is, but so many things happening in the world also make me think it's the same stuff happening in sports, and so it's like it's killing my love for a lot of stuff, which obviously sucks. Like, I don't want that to happen, but Dodgers get Kyle Tucker, they get Edwin Diaz, like they get two of the biggest free agents of the offseason after just winning back-to-back World Series. It's like, all right, man. How are we supposed to look forward to baseball? Like, and I hate the thing about the Dodgers is where, like, especially Dodgers fans or even just other like bootlickers are like, well, other teams got to start spending money. The Dodgers care, blah blah blah. Like, 2 points to that. First of all, not everyone can spend like the Dodgers. A lot of them can, but not everyone can. But actually, pretty much every other team can't spend at the same level. They just can't. Okay? Second, it's not a binary problem. It's not, oh, these owners are too cheap or these owners are overspending. It's all of it. It's all of it. Yes, there's cheap owners. John Fisher, what's his name, that owns the Pirates. There's a lot of terrible owners. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be some sort of barriers to keep things fair. Because the Dodgers make way more money than a lot of these other teams. And people are broken down financially. Just having Ohtani, they generate so much money from Japanese fans. Like, stupid amount of money. Their TV deal in LA is obviously worth more than a TV deal in Cincinnati. You know, or Tampa Bay. I'm sorry about the coughing, dude. Trust me, it bothers me more than it bothers you. Let's have some anesthetic, folks. See if that works. I don't know, dude. Might have a little LaCroix, wild cherry lime. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. I'll only push this flavor, though. This is the only flavor I like. What do you think about the Niners practice facility? I'll talk about that in a moment. During a moment where my teams are not playing, is unhealthy to care about something so much that I have zero control over. I feel like I'm starting to get there. Just happy to see my teams compete. Even the Giants were in the running for playoffs in the last week of the season. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, you know, this is what's funny about, like, you know, like some of the Raiders fans I know that were like talking trash, and it's like, you won 2 games, dude. Like, winning 12 games and like in a big playoff game on the road is a lot funner than winning 2 games, you know? But I just, something's got to give with some of these sports, man. Like, in general. I mean, you know, specifically baseball, I guess, is the one where, like, the payroll is the problem. But I think the NFL and NBA have other problems, too. So it's just like all these things are just making me not love the sport as much. Like, the flopping and foul baiting in the NBA making me not love the game as much. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I love sports, but this is why I love doing my history videos so much, because I just, you know, you can find so much more, like, passion in some of the old stuff. Like, when I've talked about this before, but, like, people were making TikToks talking about, are you going to support the Warriors after Steph retires? And they're like, hell no. Like, these player fans, like, ruin it, you know? So it's like stuff like that just makes me not even love the game. You know? Like, SGA should not, I don't know. And then, like, the reactionary stuff and, like, the people who don't, they just see the fireworks and that's all they care about. Like, I'm telling you guys, Luka is the most overrated player, and he should not be considered a superstar. He should be Robert Horry, dude. Incredible, talented scorer. Gives up on defense. Complains to the refs constantly. He'll score 40, give up 45. Like, that is not a superstar player. I'm sorry. He's an elite scorer. That's it. And fans only care about that. Just like with baseball, like the 3 true outcomes. It's like they only care about home runs. And just, I don't know. All that stuff just makes me not, you know. Man, I'm just being cranky, dude. Prepare yourself. It's probably going to be the last year of baseball for a long time. Yeah. Are you coughing for a couple weeks? Have you gone to your doctor? No. I do not have the money for that. How are you going to laugh outside the club? You can't even get in. Perfect response to any team that isn't in it. Yeah, it's like, bro. And I made a TikTok yesterday where I just talked about the 49ers losing. And I gave it up. I was like, the Seahawks are legit, man. They beat us or whatever. And Seahawks fans are still in there, like, posting memes and stuff, like, gloating. And it's like, you didn't play, though, you know? I don't get the gloating thing, dude. Like, when my team wins, I never, like, go seek out other fans and gloat. Like, I don't know. That's weird to me. And it doesn't bother me. I'm not, like, crying about it. I'm just saying it's just weird. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. Yeah, Kyle Tucker is a coward, you know? They all want the easy road. I don't know why KD got so much flack, you know? Yep, talk to my lawyers. Sorry, since like 10 years old, I've always believed that if your team didn't make it as far as another team, you have zero right to talk. Yeah, no, I would shut up, personally. I would shut up. You know. I think the tea's helping. You know, they get the best closer available. They get Kyle Tucker. And it's just... The thing is, like, I said this a lot. Like, LA is always going to have a built-in advantage because it's LA. Like, LA is beautiful. Obviously, great weather. It's glamorous. You got Hollywood starlets. You know, you got all that. People, young athletes are always going to want to play there. They're always going to want to play there over Cleveland or Detroit or something like that, you know, or Buffalo, you know? So, like, my issue is, this is the thing with the Dodgers spending. I'm not even really mad at the Dodgers. I think the thing that just irritates me is the fans gloating about it. Like, you're not just, like I said, I've said this a lot. I'm sorry, I repeat myself a lot, but it's like a rich kid flexing the car that their parents bought them. It's like, you didn't earn this, though. So just stop gloating. I'm not saying you can't cheer. Have fun, enjoy your team, but the like gloating to other fan bases is just weird. Because I didn't do that when the Warriors got KD. I didn't want to get KD, first of all. And when we had KD, I wasn't gloating. Like, I was like, yeah, we're supposed to win. Like, it's not really fair, you know? Not really fair. If you promise to go to Minute Clinic, we'll give you $150. Nah, dude, it's good. I'm okay. I'm still going to talk shit about the Astros. If you talk about a team filled with practice squad players that made it to the division round is insane to me. I agree. We should be proud. It's just that last game sucked, you know? I just wish we were competitive yesterday. I would feel a lot better about it. That's all. But just, I don't know. Fans in general, it's like, there's a lot of weird people out there. Like, even the people commenting on my TikTok are like, oh, you're the only cool Niners fan that's like gives it up or whatever to the Seahawks. I'm like, dude, there's plenty of other cool Niners fans. You just see the loud people doing rage bait on TikTok. Like, stop it, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Dude. You know, like, so, yeah, with baseball, it's like, there's a problem with a lot of teams not spending or not trying to compete, but it's also an issue when another team just has all these privileges and advantages, and they're not reeling it in, and that's why there's probably going to be a lockout, you know, and that sucks. Nobody wants a lockout, and I don't know. I just can't believe, like, the thing is, I understand that. For me, I'm like militant about my like integrity to a crazy level sometimes. But I would never just like it. Let's say I had no bias at all. Let's say I went to like, I was a great soccer player and I went to the Premier League or something. I would never just want to go to the powerhouse team. Like, I would never just be like, let me just sign up for the team that just won a bunch of back-to-back, you know, tournaments or trophies, whatever they do out there. I don't know. I don't like that. Like the Giants team in Japan, they're basically like the Yankees of Japan. Like, they've always won and stuff. I've always wanted like a Tokyo Giants thing, obviously because I'm a Giants fan, but I'm just like, I can't do it, man. I just can't be like the tourist that comes to the United States and gets a Yankees or Dodgers hat. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. I just don't like just jumping on the best team. And these people, like Dodgers fans, gloating. It's like playing Madden and playing with the all Madden team, you know, like, and you're gonna talk trash. It's weird. It's just making me not love the game, you know. Social media has made sports fandom become shit talking event. It's so annoying. I agree. Yeah. The thing is, like, I'm just not a cheerleader, man. So I can discuss like the game without just cheerleading, and a lot of people can't. It's like their whole sports discourse is just cheerleading. My team's this, my team's that, your team sucks. And it's like, all right, dude, I don't. I mean, that's why you see on my channel, I just did a video with the Buffalo Bills. I'm not a Bills fan, but I did nothing but talk up the Bills and say how cool their history is and their old players and love Thurman Thomas. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a cheerleader. I love my team. I'm always going to support my team. I'm going to have my team's back, but it doesn't mean you can't like respect other fan bases or players or teams or whatever. Because like it's hard now because of the way the Dodgers are, but historically, like I have no problem giving it up to like a Dodgers player. Like when I was a kid, I really liked Raul Mondesi, and I hated that he was on the Dodgers. I liked Mike Piazza, hated that he was on the Dodgers. Obviously, Jackie Robinson is awesome. Sandy Koufax is awesome. Like it's hard to talk about it now because they're so dominant. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna say anything nice about you guys. But yeah, hate the Cowboys. Plenty of players I could be like, man, I really like him. But other people, it's like they're just cheerleaders, and it's annoying. I hate Stephen A. Smith, by the way. I hate all these talking heads. All they do is just rage bait. So I refuse to click on any of it. I won't give them clicks or views. I think one thing that also kills my love for sports is just the fact that there's always been, a profit motive. Obviously, it's been a business, but I hate the whole it's a business thing. And obviously, I'm a radical. I'm radical, so this is for everything in life, but like I hate that there's not at least a balance between business and passion, because the whole business relies on the passion. It's like when a restaurant or something starts, or like when someone starts a restaurant because they have like a family recipe that everyone loves, and they're in the restaurant building it from the ground up, and it gets local news articles, and it's like this cool thing. And then maybe it'll grow enough to where like private equity comes in, they start franchising it, whatever, stuff like that. And then the quality goes downhill, and it's just like, who cares anymore? The passion's gone. The person who started it is long gone. The private equity came in and pushed them out, and it's just like, that's how I feel about sports. And that's always been there, but I just feel like it's worse and worse all the time, especially with the gambling sites now. It's just like the profit motive over everything is just really, really frustrating. And it's frustrating that, the Dodgers will do all these, deferrals and get all the superstars, and the MLB just like promotes it. They're like, isn't this cool? Look at all these great players. It's like, no. Wouldn't it be better to spread all those great players out to a bunch of different teams so that all those fan bases and regions and territories have someone to root for, instead of having all the stars in one place? I hate super teams. Buster Posey, Tony Vitello, Young Hootley, and Willie Adames went to Korea on a promotional tour. I did see that. That was cool. You had asked about the electrical power plant next to the Niners facility. I don't know. It's an interesting theory. I don't really buy it. It's one of those things that makes you like pause for a second though. Like, wait. And it definitely sounds crazy, but a lot of things sound crazy before you research it. But there's not enough research to be like, yeah, it's true, And look, I'm a factual research data science guy. I need peer-reviewed double control studies, okay? But it made me pause. It made me pause. I mean, something's going on, though. Like, what is it? Because it's crazy if it's just a coincidence. I mean, it could be, but wow. Let's open up this LaCroix. Cherry lime. I keep wanting to say wild cherry, but it's no. Cherry lime. Best flavor LaCroix's got. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. It's a conspiracy theory, yeah. But it was like, wait a second. Does it really destroy tissue? I don't know. Because the thing is, I feel like there is studies where like living under power lines and stuff is bad for your health. So, I don't know. I'm open to the possibility, but I don't believe it at this point, if that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like bitter because the 49ers lost, but you know, I'm like partially excited for baseball, but then when I think about the Dodgers, it kind of like ruins it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the coughing. I know it sucks, dude. It sucks for me too. All this just is sore from coughing all week. Okay? Niners should have stayed in the city. I agree. The old practice facility was in Redwood City, which is where I'm from. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a bad mood because of that. But I just not finding any excitement and stuff. And it's like, the 49ers, the Warriors are just incredibly mid, Will play so good and then so bad the next game. It's like, all right, dude. The Sharks are creeping up, dude. Sharks are creeping up. That's fun. But part of me is just like, if we're not ready, then just don't even creep in and just let's get a better draft pick again. Let's just stack draft picks, dude. I don't know. There's something else about the Giants that really bothered me also. I don't know. I can't remember. Are they gonna do a regular fan fest this year? Or is it just the tour? I don't really care about the tour. Oh yeah, open house. March 14th, which again is too dang late in the day. I mean, in the year. It's like, why do the tour so spread out? It sucks now because they do FanFest at Oracle Park when the team is already in Arizona. So obviously I love alumni, but like it's only alumni. You don't get the new players. You don't get the current players. And then last year, like the whole stadium was blocked off because they were renovating a bunch of stuff. So I hope this year it's more open. Let's see if I can get open house tickets. There's still tickets available. Yep. I'm getting 2 tickets to the thing right now. I don't know my freaking MLB account, dude. Oh, I got it saved, luckily. And it wants me to verify my email address. It can never be easy, dude. It can never be easy. Now that our whole life is on the internet, right? We have to verify constantly, dude. Oh, now it says add my phone, extra layer. This is required. So now I gotta do it on my phone too. Dude, I'm so sick of the world, man. I'm so sick of the world. Like, I yearn for the days of like before the internet and before everything was so rigid and locked up and everything is just so serious now, dude. I'm getting tickets to FanFest And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Did it buy the tickets? What the? It says go to inventory. Did I buy the tickets or no? Order summary. Does that mean I got them? Oh, goodness gracious, dude. You know what I mean? Just goodness gracious. Why is this power plant thing just coming up? Someone put out like a TikTok that went viral, but the power plant's been there for decades, and they've been practicing there for decades, so I don't know. Super excited for the soccer stadium. It's going to be so epic. Wait, not training as much as they used to, and then taking too much yards. Not properly stretching? Yeah, maybe. Wait, which soccer stadium? Excited for women's baseball? I am too, except for the fact that they're not playing here. Not much new returning players worth going to meet at FanFest right now. I mean, I would be excited to see Willie Adames and Matt Chapman and Logan Webb. Like we got some players. Come on, man. Come on. I think you're also upset about the loss. Am I getting these tickets or what, dude? Place order. Okay, did I get them? No upcoming events, but it says I bought tickets. So, like, what is, Oh, I did get them. All right, cool. All right, I got tickets to FanFest. There is going to be an Oakland Fans Fest also. Look it up from the Oakland 68s. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. It's going to be much smaller scale. I might. I don't know. We'll see. These guys get something. The Orioles haven't done anything for like 5 years. Karen thinks nothing like it used to be. They used to take over the entire convention center. That's cool. I'm listening to your live stream while trying to set up a different Microsoft account. Is it not an SF? So for the FanFest, they do a tour. So they do. Here, I'll show you. So they just went to San Jose yesterday. And then January 24th, they go to San Ramon, California, at City Center Bishop Ranch, whatever that is. And then they go up to Sacramento. And then that's at the end of January. And then there's a month and a half break. And then we do open house at Oracle Park. When before we used to do just the one fan fest at Oracle Park. And it was like first week of February or first or second week of February. And so the players would be there before they went to spring training. And now they do it later, so now they're already going to be in spring training. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I apologize. I'm sick, dude. This sucks. Turns out we're old enough to remember when the world actually functioned, to be young and naive, not know that the world wasn't. Yeah, I agree. Soul and the Roots are building on top of the proposed baseball location. Oh, you mean the one in Oakland? Yeah, the Howard Terminal would be cool. You planning on going to Oakland's Fan Fest? Ruben, I just said that. I don't know. I don't know yet. It's going to be smaller, scaled back. I don't know if they're going to have vendors. I was, last year it was fun to be a vendor, so I was kind of hoping to do that again. But it's much more scaled back now, so I just don't know. I just don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know. I'm going to consider it. It's just this year I'm doing things different this year than I was last year. So maybe. City Center Bishop Ranch is all shopping and restaurants. Okay. So it's just like a shopping center? This sucks, dude. I hate being sick. Talk to my lawyers. I don't know, man. I've been in a funk. I'll say that. Sorry, I missed that with setting a password. No, dude, that's not allowed. Knowing the A's will probably plan their fan fest the same day as the Giants one in Sacramento. Are they even gonna have one? Last year they did one in Vegas at like the Aviator Stadium. Yeah, man. I not even because like the Niners lost or anything like that. Like I just been in a real funk, real down lately, real downtime. Which here's the thing, like going to Buffalo was so much fun and stuff, but it's like those things just sustain me. But then in between, it's just like I can get in a funk, you know? And this is what I used to do. Like I used to plan Disneyland trips because it was like then I had something to look forward to, you know? Like even if it was 3 months away, I'd be like, and I did it like last couple years planning to go with my family, my niece and all that. It gave me something to look forward to that helps me get through the rough days where I'm like, well, that's fine. And, you know, next month I'll be, you know, get to go to Disneyland and blah, blah, blah. And it's like same with Buffalo, like going through the last couple months, it was like, well, I'm going to the last game in Buffalo. That's going to be a lot of fun. But it's like right now I don't have anything planned. So it's kind of like, I think I need to plan something so I have something to look forward to, you know? But I do have a cool plan that I am looking into right now. But I can't do anything about it yet, but, something I'm really, really excited about that'll mean a lot to me. And that's, yeah, I'll talk about that more when I can reveal it. I just can't reveal yet. So I do have something I'm sort of planning, for hopefully later this year. And then I was also hoping to plan, besides that, I really want to go to Switzerland. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Adam the Woo, before he passed away, he went on a European trip and he went to Switzerland. And he saw the Matterhorn. He went to Zermatt, Switzerland. It's like a little town sort of at the base of the mountain. And I really, really want to go there. So I was like, you know what? Let's just make it happen, dude. Stop like, oh, later. Because, you know, Adam the Woo just passed away one day, right? And that can happen to any of us. So I'm like, I can't keep putting things off that I really want to do. I just got to make it happen. So I'm going to try to see if I can pull that off towards the end of the year. We'll see. I don't know the direction of my channel or anything like that, though. I don't have a lot of plans. Obviously a huge list of things I want to do. So it's not like I'm at a loss, and plus I still have a ton of things I'm editing. So I have plenty of content, but as far as like the direction of the channel, I don't really know. But no shortage of content. But I think I need to plan something and get it solidified so that I have something to look forward to, because otherwise I just get in these funks and, you know, I don't have a lot of people around me, so like I'm just kind of in my despair, just being like, I have nothing to look forward to. I have nothing to do, nothing planned. Everything I've done is a failure, and I start getting into that, you know? And I want to get out of that, because like I've sprinkled this in. I've told you guys before that I was working on 2 books. I was writing 2 books. And one of them that I was really excited about, I kind of put down a few months ago, and I haven't picked it back up. And that was all because I told myself, like, it's just going to be a failure like everything else. So why even do it? And I just, because sometimes like when I don't know if you guys do this, but if you ever have, it doesn't even have to be creative, but if you have a creative project or you have like even a business goal or something like that, in your head sometimes I don't know if the word is like romanticize it, but you'll have high hopes. You'll be like, oh, I'll do this, and then they'll pick it up over here, and then I can get into this, and then they'll help me do this, and then I'll get eyes on it here, and like in your head you kind of build it up the best possible scenario. Like, you know, you see a pathway, and that's not always realistic. You don't want to have your head in the clouds. But so I will do that for a long time, and it'll like motivate me to like work on stuff, and like I'll be working on it, I'll be writing, I'll be doing all this and that. I'll be designing stuff, like making notes in my phone all day long. Like I'll be like, oh, this is a good idea. Let me add to that. But then sometimes there'll just be a time where I'm just sitting there and I'm just thinking like realistically, like worst case scenario. And I'm just like, all right, what if this is just like a joke in this industry or whatever? Or like, what if like, who would take this serious? Like, who would even care if I did this? Like, I put out a video and like, if I get low views, right? I'll work on a video and get low views. So I'm like, why would you write a book and now suddenly people care? Like, you can't even get people to care about your videos. Why would they care about the book? And so I'll kind of just like, I'll just like pull the rug out from underneath myself. And this idea that I thought was so amazing and I was so excited about is suddenly like, yeah, that wasn't going to work. And I think I'm just shell shocked from everything. Like most things, I've done creative stuff like my whole life, and like almost all of it's been a failure. And I'm not saying that to be like, woe is me or sympathy. It's just a fact. Like it never did what I hoped it did or got me a foundation or anything like that. Like there's no foundation in anything. Like even the videos that did good, let's say Arco Arena got 1 million views or whatever, like it got me some subscribers and that was it. Then it was over. It's not like it got me a sustained fan base or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying it as a fact. I'm not trying to say it as like complaining. I just kind of try to evaluate realistically, but then sometimes I'm just so hard on myself that I just kill my own dreams, And I've been in that mode lately. Like even with the Bills video, I really enjoyed it. I'm proud of how it came out. But there was a real melancholy behind putting it out also, because I was like, nobody's gonna like this or care. Like nobody's gonna watch this. Who cares? And I shouldn't be that negative. But at the same time, though, you can't be too positive and have your head in the clouds and think that everything's gonna work or whatever. So I don't know. I have a bad. I guess I'm trying to say I have a bad time balancing and just being like realistic about it. I think I'm just emotional and passionate, Can you go see a doctor too, though? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. What you should do first is where Walt Disney went to build the ski lodge in the mountains. California Lodge, that's based on what they wanted to do. I heard about that. I should look into that. You writing books? I'll read them. Thank you, man. I mean, I haven't been writing them lately. Welcome to my life, my friend. I make so little money that all I do is just work and go home. Yeah, man, that's not easy. It's not easy. It's funny when I have like a bad day. Let's say I have a bad day at like work. I almost immediately come back to like my creative work because I'm just like mad at that. Because I'm like, why do I still have to deal with this job? And I work so hard on these videos and I've tried so many different things that didn't work out. And it's like, why did none of them work out? And now I have to like deal with like these terrible managers and coworkers or whatever. Like, and so I get mad at like my creative work, which is funny. And the funny thing is my brother, he does that too, but he gets mad at our dad. It could be nothing to do with him. And it was just like, if only I had a father. I'm like, I get it. Sabotage is definitely a grind. Persevering is vital. You're right, man, but you're right. Absolutely. And I've always believed that. But when you've been doing it for 15 years and you're still struggling, it's like, well, maybe I'm just not good enough, or maybe it's just not I'm not doing the right thing. Maybe I wasted my time. And I don't think, like, I love the videos I've done and I love the memories. So I don't think that was a waste of time, but I'm like, maybe I should have just did it for fun and stopped trying to like rely on it, I guess. think you need to go to the gym, meet a girl, and get married. Make sure she has a lot of money, like a nurse or lawyer. If you want to meet people who's in the gym, yeah, I need to go to the gym more. So, bro, it's such a disappointing performance, football gods. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, man. I don't know. So yeah, I've just been in a funk lately, just personally, which is funny because like the Buffalo trip was so awesome, man. Like so awesome. There's been some other changes in my personal life that have kind of sucked too, so I think that's helping drag me down. I don't even know why I said this. I thought I had a point to this, but now I can't remember. I think the main point was I need to like plan some stuff. I need to get some plans booked and then have something to look forward to, you know? Is anyone else like that? Like you want to have something to look forward to? Because like if I just go day by day grind and I have nothing to look forward to, oh man, my mental goes down bad. Could also be because I'm sick, you know. Your Buffalo video is great. Thank you, man. Thank you. I hope I can do more stuff like that for other places, you know. I do have some show and tell for you guys. Some fun stuff. So this is not going to be a downer all night, dude. Okay? Now, I'm not being very silly right now, but that's because I feel like I'm dying. Okay? That's why. LaCroix, everybody, not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Yeah, man, I'm just passionate. I'm sensitive. I take things personal. I get sad about certain things that I shouldn't. Like, it shouldn't matter, but it makes me sad. You know? And, like, you know, this channel, I've tried very hard to build it up. Tried very hard to build our record label up. That didn't work. I tried to do some merch before. That didn't work. Did a bunch of stuff for Fans Fest last year. That didn't work. The Discord. I mean, I like the Discord, but there's only a few of us that really kind of keep it alive. And then otherwise, it's just kind of a failure as far as like building the community I wanted to build. I really wanted like creatives and like more sharing of stuff, and there's a few of us that do, and it's awesome. It helps me on my dark days to just have like a group of people to talk to, so I'm very appreciative. I'm not saying I'm not appreciative, but I really did think we could build the Discord into something that was like a really cool space where like if you're doing something cool that you're like, oh, let me share it with the Discord, like I gotta share it with the Discord. And that hasn't really panned out besides a small group of us. What was the other thing? There was something else. I did a podcast. That was a failure. I did yeah, I've just done a lot of creative projects. So it's like when I'm writing the book or I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why do you think that this would work and everything else didn't work? You know? You know, like the Arco video got me a bunch of subscribers and stuff, or like Candlestick video did too. But then I put out a video and get 200 views. So it's like, well, what does it matter having 20 something thousand subscribers if you can only get 200 views? You know? I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is all bummer stuff. I'm sorry, dude. Like, ignore me. Ignore me. I'm sick and I'm on all kinds of medicine. Learn life is a lot of hurry up and wait. It can be some military train of thought. Which part? We need a get together at a cool location, bro. I can't even get people to join my Discord. How am I gonna get people to meet up somewhere? Also, another thing. This is the last thing I'll talk about, and then we'll do show and tell, and we'll have a little more fun. I'm working on 2 different clothing line type things, right? One is more connected to the channel. It's like merch that I've talked about a lot, and then the other one is like, and here's since I started this like downer part, I've lost half the viewers, by the way. So that just shows you how, yeah, how it goes. There's another like kind of clothing line I want to do that I really think is cool, but then I'm just like, yeah, no, nobody's gonna care, dude. Who cares? And I just sabotage myself. Yeah, that's it. Everything you're saying is what I'm struggling with right now. No one booked my photography. When they do, they want me to do it for like undervalue. Instagram took down my page. Yeah, dude, that it's hard, man. Just know it's not you. I think people just don't care about people anymore. I think that's definitely part of it. And the thing is, I don't. When I say like, oh, I don't get views, I'm not saying like it's anyone's fault or like people's fault really. But the algorithms are built for just like sell ads, make money. Like sell ads, make money. And my content doesn't cater to that. So some of it's definitely my fault, like my failures are, I really thought, not even just my channel, other creative projects and things like that. I'm like, oh, I can outlast this because I'm going to do quality over quantity. And sometimes you just can't get out of that hole. You know what I mean? But again, it reinforces it, like I said, when I lose half my viewers, when I start being vulnerable. It's like, people don't really care about me. They want to hear me talk about the 49ers or something. Which is fine, whatever, dude. That's just how people are. I can't take it personal. Mountain Dew Baja Blast from Taco Bell. That Taco Bell sounds good right now, actually. I had chicken and rice earlier, but I'm getting kind of hungry again. But I've been doing bad, though. My weight loss was going well, and I've been doing bad lately. I think I've been just having too much sugar, like sugary drinks. And now, did he order a smoothie the other night from DoorDash because he was feeling sick, and he was like, you know what, some like fruit sounds really good, but I don't have any fruit. So let me just get I'll just order a smoothie off DoorDash. And then he ordered it from like a ghost kitchen or something. And then he was like, well, there's 2 different kinds I want. And plus I should make the DoorDash delivery worth it. So I'll just get 2 of them and I'll save one for later. Did he do that? Yeah, he sure did. And then was the smoothie like 32 ounces? Huge? Yeah, it was. So then he didn't even get to the second smoothie. Yep. And then he put it in the freezer. Yep. And then and then the next day he was like, all right, it's a rock solid smoothie. So should he put it in the blender and just like make it easier? Yep. And then after he put it in the blender, find out that his blender doesn't seem to be working anymore? Yep. That's what happened. All that for a bunch of sugar, dude, that I didn't need. So yeah, I need to get back on it. That too. So Taco Bell does sound good though. Taco Bell sounds good. Hand to God, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys, especially the people who show up every week. Like, that's so cool to me. Like, when I think about it, it's crazy too. Like, if anyone's had a channel for a long time, because I know some of you out there have channels and stuff like that too, or like social media platforms that you've been like putting out content throughout the years. There's people that like disappear, which is crazy. Not crazy. It's just like, it's interesting. Like, there's some people I can think about that when I got my first 1,000 subscribers, I did a t-shirt giveaway. And everyone who commented on the video, I sent them a t-shirt, a something or other tours t-shirt. And there's some of the people who are so supportive, and they've disappeared. To the point where I'm like, I worry about them. Like, one was this like older mom, and I looked at her social media like maybe a month or 2 ago because I thought about her. I was like, man, she was so supportive. Like, I wonder if she's doing good. Like, I hope she's doing good, because she had a channel too. I checked her channel. She hadn't uploaded in like 5 years. Checked her Instagram. Hadn't posted in like 5 years. And I'm just like, dang, I hope she's okay, But it's just wild to think about how life moves like that, And I just think it's cool when people show up. Where I'm like, man, like, you show up to hear me yap, dude. Like, that's really awesome. So I'm definitely not unappreciative of anything. I just, just feel like, all right, I gotta work full time. That sucks. Just got back on. I want to tell you your Bills video is amazing. I already watched it a couple times. Dang, right on, man. I'm really gonna have to find a whole new way to take my camera and make money with it. That's not easy, Paul. And I definitely hope you figure it out and share it with the Discord, man, because we all need to figure it out. Get some Taco Bell. Talk to my lawyers. Yeah, I might have to, man. Shot Simple, what up? Thank you, man. Thank you. I had such a fun time making the Bills video. I met some amazing people. Literally, I mean, I already told you guys this. Like, only one fan was rude to me. Everyone else was great. It was so much fun. So, yeah, this year I have to try to go to freaking Nissan Stadium. I'm just not looking forward to it because it's like Nissan Stadium's kind of boring, you know? Like, it's not a lot of history. I mean, there's a couple cool moments, but like it's not that deep, you know? But like I want to see it before it's gone, so I got to try to do it. So, I would like to do at least a cool baseball stadium this year. So yeah, like I said, I got a plan. I got to plan something so I can get out of this funk. And look, I apologize for getting a little vulnerable and deep there, okay? I'm a human being. I'm a sweet baby boy, dude. All right, let's do some show and tell. This was found, I'm not even going to say where this was found, but if you guys remember, I think I showed when I did the Willie Mays auction. I did the video a few months ago. I got the catalog for the auction, and the same auction, Hunt Auctions, they saved some of the Willie Mays stuff, and they did another baseball auction, and this is the catalog for it. So I didn't I'm so sorry. I know it's probably annoying that I'm coughing. It's also annoying to my inflamed throat, though, so we're even. This was last Monday, so I didn't pay attention to this auction, but I did come across this catalog. It's got a lot of Willie Mays stuff, so I haven't even gone through it yet. So some of these, like these Willie Mays balls, and then there's a bunch of pictures of the catch that he signed. There was a ton of these, so I mentioned it in the episode, and I also think I talked about it on the live stream. These are all Willie Mays signed stuff. Before he passed, he had a whole catalog, a whole archive of signed memorabilia that he saved for when he would pass away, so that his family could sell some, and they could help fund the Willie Mays Foundation. So a lot of this stuff is for the Willie Mays Foundation. All these signed photos and balls and stuff, which is super cool. That even in death, he wanted to help his foundation and help the community. Gold Glove Awards, personal checks, I think this is. Autographed checks, 2006 dated checks, each signed Willie Mays. Bunch of other random stuff. Look at this. Ted Williams signed photos, baseball bats. So this auction house just gets some amazing stuff, man. Mickey Mantle ball, Mickey Mantle, Whitey Ford, Yogi Berra, Elston Howard autographed baseball, circa 1960s. Yeah, so I haven't even gone through this yet, but I saw it and I had to take it. Babe Ruth signed photo. Do a Lakers warm up shooting shirt, circa 1960. Yeah, this is awesome. Look, Andre Iguodala jersey, autographed rookie year, Philadelphia 76ers model jersey, Reebok NBA authentic. Signed USA Dream Team photo, David Robinson jersey. Dude, this is so cool. Obviously, the Allen Iverson jersey is awesome. So yeah, Hunt Auctions, man. Like, they just get the coolest stuff, and they put out these awesome catalogs. Oh, a Vita Blue autographed jersey with Vita on the back. Oh, that's sick. Oh, San Francisco Seals professional model jersey circa 1950s. Wilson size 44 gray flannel jersey with SF Seals sewn on the chest. Exceptional use with stains on the front, around the collar and shoulders, along with some small holes and a repair inside the collar. Wow. Oh, Roberto Clemente autograph photo. So yeah, this is cool. I gotta go through this and look at all this. Hank Aaron signed cards. Man. Christy Mathewson card. Cigarette card. Awesome stuff, man. This auction house just gets the most amazing stuff. Hunt Auctions. Hunt Auctions is great. They already have game used Giants jersey players that aren't the most known. Players that are right up my alley. Got a decent amount of jerseys from them. Oh, I didn't know you've actually bought from them. That's awesome. I got a bunch of random little things I'll show you guys too. I just got a cool shot glass, Buffalo, New York shot glass. I'm gonna put back here. Put something in it at some point. There's another thing I want to show you guys. I might wait till next week on that. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till next week on that. But I will show you these. I found these at in Niles at an antique store. But I got, what year is this? 1973 Oakland A's versus the Detroit Tigers. June 9th, 1973 at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Ticket. Classic ticket. I've always wanted one of these because I just felt like the 1970s A's, their tickets are just so cool. They just really pop. Shout out 510 Bobbles. Mark always had cool tickets that he would show me, and I'm like, damn, those are sick. And then this, what year is this? December 29th, 1984. Golden State Warriors versus Philadelphia 76ers ticket. Now this one's perforated and pulled. So I don't know. I think this is the full ticket though that you would get. They would pull a child admission if torn below. So I guess this is a child admission. But old Golden State Warriors 1980s ticket. These were just random little pickups where I was like, dude, I want these. I mean, this Warriors ticket was only $10. So I was like, let me get that. And maybe one of these days I can find someone from that 84 team and get this signed. I don't even know who's on that team. Let's look up the roster. '84-'85. Oh man, not. Let's see, Sleepy Floyd. That would be my guy. Purvis Short, Gary Plummer, but not the not the linebacker. Yeah, Sleepy Floyd was the guy on that team. Jerome Whitehead. Man, we were terrible. 22-60 that year. I don't care though, dude. I still got a classic ticket, okay? Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers, dude. The other thing, I'll wait. But I got another bobblehead from Foco. Now, I've seen a lot of controversy from some of the bobblehead people. I'm not a bobblehead guy. Yes, there's bobbleheads everywhere, but I'm still new to bobbleheads. I'm not an expert. I do not know the game. I'm not like, I do not know all the bobblehead stuff. I'm not the bobblehead guy. I'm just a guy who's like, oh, I like that bobblehead, let me get it. I don't know the history that well. I don't know anything about the game. Barely know anything, okay? So I've been seeing a lot of bobblehead people saying they're no longer supporting FOCO. And I don't know what the controversy is. So until I do, I'm a man of the people. Until I do, I won't be ordering from FOCO anymore. But I ordered this last year. So this is not a new order. I pre-ordered this after the NBA All-Star game. So I went to the NBA All-Star game last year because it was at Chase Center. It was in the Bay Area. And when I was a kid, I loved the All-Star game so much. I used to record it on VHS and watch it over and over again. I used to watch the rookie game over and over again. I absolutely loved the All-Star game. It was one of my favorite things. So while the All-Star game now is kind of looked at as a joke, I still have this, place in my heart for it. So I was like, I have to at least go to one. So I went to the All-Star game in the Bay Area. Steph Curry won MVP. Obviously, it was great. It was phenomenal. I watched the game with Super Bowl 50 champion TJ Ward. It was just great. So FOCO put out 2 bobbleheads. This is the second one. I finally just got it. Got it a couple weeks ago, so I will unbox it for you guys. This is the MVP bobblehead, I believe. Or just the player bobble. I thought it was the MVP one. Maybe the other one's the MVP one. But you guys may remember I have a second one also, which I will compare and contrast. Should take some NyQuil. I have NyQuil. I will take it after. Who can afford this stuff? They're literally just old people that are going to hoard these and put them on their wall. You mean the auction stuff? Probably. Now, famously, I did break my Willie Mays bobblehead on Livestream, and I mention that every time I open a bobblehead, so I do not want that to happen again. Dang it, this is all, I do not have anything to open this, and it's all taped up. This is gonna be a mess. This is gonna be a mess. Hold on, I need scissors. This is not gonna work, okay? It's not gonna work. Emergency. Be right back. Do not leave. All right. We're back. Scissors. So yeah, any of the bobblehead people tell me why I should not support FOCO. Alright, comes with the stand and the player separate. Take the stand out first. Man, the stand is really well done. This is the MVP bobblehead. Yeah, this is the MVP bobblehead. 60 of 225, it says. Really nice stand. Alright. Now let's take Steph out. The thing is, with these FOCO bobbleheads, they are better quality than the giveaway bobbles, But obviously, the giveaway bobbles are just fun because they're given away at the game to fans at the facility. Like, as far as I know, this bobblehead has never been inside Chase Center. You know what I mean? And this, it has the high quality, like it's just more quality with the screw, so you can screw it in. Let me take the screw off. Ugh. Okay. Screw it in now. Sorry, dead air. This is the one with the mismatching shoes? No. It is not. Alright, sorry, I'm screwing it in. It doesn't sit flush, which kind of sucks, but it's hidden by the logo, so that's fine. But there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Got it. Now it sits flush. Okay. There it is. I didn't screw it in all the way, but I mean, obviously they're just better quality as far as the painting and whatnot. Yeah, it's still not flush. Dang it. Dang it. There we go. All right. I mean, it is a beautiful bobblehead. Has the All-Star Game logo on the back too, which is cool. But, you know, the All-Star Game is not that highly acclaimed anymore, but it meant a lot to me to be able to go. I never thought I'd go to an All-Star Game, dude, and there I was with a Super Bowl champion. I was at the game with a Super Bowl champion, dude. Talk to my lawyers. All right, so Foco put out 2 bobbles. This is the one with the mismatched shoes. This one is not. I don't know why. Did he have mismatched shoes during this game or what? Or was it? I don't know. And the funny thing is, like, he has different hairstyles. I got to go back and watch the game. And the jerseys are a little different. This one doesn't have stripe. Or the other one doesn't have stripes. Sorry. This one? Oh, no. It has one stripe on one side. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that the jerseys only had the stripe on one side. But these are the 2 bobbleheads that they put out. The MVP one and just the All-Star Game one. I got this one a while back. Actually, I do like this one better. I think it's a better likeness. But I got the MVP one too, just because I was there, man. You know? And I got a bunch of cool All-Star Game artifacts. So I'm going to put this in my display case with a little Steph Curry section and a little NBA All-Star Game section. But this one's cool because it's got like the Golden Gate Bridge on it and a cable car. Cable car is the wrong color, but that's fine. And it's got like the painted ladies on it too. It's hard to see, but yeah. So these are the 2 Foco bobbleheads. I'm gonna go back and watch the game and see which hairstyle he had. But yeah, man. It took forever to get. I think that's one of the reasons people are mad about Foco. But also wonder what's going to happen with Jonathan Kuminga. You know? But this is obviously a super fun bobble. The dunk one. Alright, I think that's it for now. I do have another thing, but I'm gonna wait till next week to show it. It's a little more personal, and I just want to feel better when I talk about it. Both cool. All-Star one is better. MVP one doesn't seem as detailed. Yeah, I agree. You never told the story. How did you sit next to a football player? So if you saw the Reggie Jackson Classic, the Reggie Classic video I did at the Celebrity All-Star Game. I mean, it's in Celebrity All-Star Game. Celebrity Softball Game. TJ Ward was there. And we talked a little bit, and Brian from the Last Dive Bar, he's a Broncos fan, actually. So he was all excited that TJ Ward was there, and we're kind of laughing with them and just kind of talking to him a little bit. And he was cool. And then what's it called? I'm trying to see if I can find it. I'll show you. I'm so sorry about the coughing. I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's in the full video. It might be in the other one. the members only video. Let's see if I can show you. Alright, so right here. So this is TJ Ward right here. And he told his son he was gonna hit a home run. And then he was showing his Broncos tattoo, Brian. And then he ended up hitting a home run. And was that Coco Crisp? Someone jumped through the fence and fell through the fence. Oh no, Coco Crisp is right there. So yeah, he was cool, you know. We just hung out at the softball game a little bit. No big deal. And then I went to the All-Star game. I went to the NBA All-Star game, and I looked down my row, and he was sitting like 10 seats away. And I was just like, hey. I was like, what's up? And then he saw me. He's like, oh, what's up? And he came down and asked the people if they could like scoot down so we could sit together, which was cool, you know, like very, very friendly. So me and him kicked it for the game. And then I took some photos for him too, because he wanted like some cool All-Star game photos. So I was like, I'll take some photos for you or whatever. Yeah, so it was just a friendly thing. We exchanged numbers. I haven't worked with him yet, but he was like, well, when I'm in the Bay, I might hit you up or whatever, to do some either video or photo stuff, whatever. But it was cool. J.K. Bobbleheads is one of the coldest of all time. Yeah, it's definitely cool. See, Kerr isn't a good coach, man. Heck, you not 5 minutes for J.K. but plays pods. I'm not doing this again. I already had to argue about Kyle Shanahan earlier. I'm not doing it. Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry. I was a little bit of a bummer there for a little bit. You know, I just your boy gets sad, dude. Your boy gets sad. And he's trying so hard. As far as like the books I'm writing, I'm gonna try to get back to it. I don't ever want to be a quitter. I've never been a quitter. Don't want to be a quitter. So I'm gonna get back to it. The clothing stuff I'm doing, I'm gonna try to get back to it. I'm gonna continue doing my videos. I'm gonna continue trying to build this Discord, even though, you know, it seems impossible to like get it to grow. I'm gonna do all those things. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go watch a movie and lay down and try to rest. Okay? Hopefully next week I'm not sick. That would be a long sickness. It's been a week, you know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry I was coughing so much. I know that sucked. This live stream sucked. All right, I know it. You know it. We all know it, dude. I'm still better than Kai Cenat. And that's that, dude. But good job to Kai Cenat for trying to learn vocabulary and how to read better. You know, I admire that. Yeah, I got a couple other videos ready to come out. I'm gonna put them out soon. They're gonna be history videos, so be prepared for some history stuff. I don't know about, like I said, I don't really have any plans, like solidified plans right now for anything else. Obviously some more sports stuff I want to do, but nothing concrete yet. So we'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to be at Giants Fan Fest, though. I did just get tickets. That's the only thing I know for sure. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful, fantastic night. And go none of the teams. All of them lose. Every team loses. Go Sharks. All right. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things. Cool. You do something that's not for ready. Vertlife. Go watch the Bills video if you haven't. I think it's a good one. I had a lot of fun. Shout out Buffalo. I'm sorry you guys are in the same boat as us. Sucks. Night night.